As Uganda joins the rest of the world to celebrate the International Women's Day, trade union women leaders in Uganda are calling for meaningful inclusion of women's voices in formulating gender policy to solve conflicts at workplaces. The national chairperson, Uganda Public Employees Union, Sister Agatha Namirembe, says that women are effective leaders and change makers, but women leaders in the labor movement are increasingly becoming more vulnerable to their male co-workers when it comes to taking up leadership positions. The women rights activist says that women workers contribute a lot to the society, the economy, and other sectors in many ways, but their work always remains hidden and goes unrecognized.
There is still a lot of bias. Our theme, our theme for this year is about bias, removing that bias, the inequalities that are in still basically faced by women in terms of discrimination, unequal pay, and also the challenges of not getting into the top leadership positions, where we always tend to take on the deputy aspects instead of being at the forefront. This problem is so in our workplaces that sometimes women's efforts are not recognized to the level of how the male counterparts are recognized. See, a big challenge. We find very few women in leadership. This problem, I view it in two ways. One way, still people don't believe in the leadership of women. Secondly, even the women themselves shy away from taking on leadership positions. So this time we want to encourage them. Women should be empowered and believe in themselves. We should believe in ourselves that we are able, we can lead this nation. If we can lead a family, then we can also lead in our workplaces and also be able to take on our responsibilities in an able manner.
Sister Namirembe emphasizes the need for government to come up with interventions to fill the gap in the current law and eliminate gender bias on women.
In order for us to address these issues of biasness, we need to look at ratification of Convention 190, which talks about harassment and violence at the place of work. This violence, we have seen, it's mostly against women, especially domestic violence. And if our country went ahead to ratify the Convention 190, we'll be able to domesticate the issues that are there and make sure that there is no discrimination and violence at the workplace and also in our homes. It will become part and parcel of our laws so that we have channels where we can address our challenges as women, especially on sexual harassment, intimidation at work, undermining our efforts as women, and also mitigating factors of underlooking the girl child. So we appeal to the government, to our employers, to treat women fairly, equitably, reward women the rights, equal pay like their counterparts, give them the opportunities to also lead, to also take up the high responsibilities, and to also help believe in them. As women, we should also be able to come up, present ourselves as leaders, believe in ourselves, support each other. That's also a very big challenge. We are the majority, but sometimes we find we don't support each other, and we tend to look at our brothers as the able ones. But we women are able, and we can move so many things. If we can be able to bring up kids, we can be able also to bring up and develop this country. Women should take on to be the forefront of the leaders of developing Uganda into an. So I congratulate all women. I also congratulate our brothers for seeing it able to have women as their mothers, as their wives, as their girl child. And we also encourage the girl child. They can also be given opportunities and a chance to go to school, a chance to have the very same treatment as our fellow boys. So thank you so much. Happy Women's Day. Let's remove the bias from our minds. Women are able.
The Secretary National Organization of Trade Unions No2 Women Committee, Sister Annette Birungi, attributes the increased gender violence at the workplaces to limited knowledge of women workers on their rights. Birungi, who also doubles as the National Treasurer of Uganda Nurses and Midwives Union, says that women leaders should highlight issues affecting female employees at their workplaces and emphasize the need for women workers to speak up whenever they see inequalities in the course of executing their duties.
There is not enough training. People do not have the knowledge about how to prevent gender-based violence. You find people are doing mistakes because they don't know. But also, there is a lot of exploitation among women, work overload. You find that women do a lot of work than what? Than men. You find that men will want to leave early and leave women behind. So that inequality whereby someone feels that I'm the one who should be relieved early because I'm a man, and the woman should stay behind to close windows and what. And sometimes some of them, they work under harsh conditions. Someone will want to slap you sometimes, but you will not talk, or will talk to you badly. That alone makes you stressed and depressed. All these issues, we need to talk about them, and we need to protect every worker who is giving service, because the production will not be good if workers are actually working in bad environment. But some of the employers, they don't know. So we need to come out and train, have trainings on equality and on justice, so that people can know their rights.
The International Women's Day is a global day celebrating the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women. The day also calls to action for accelerating women's equality.